hope she doesn't, but it's in the blueprint, man. She'll grow up with a little bit more mouth on, a little bit more
Yes.
violent, a little
Yep.
bit more headstrong, and not in a good way because of something traumatizing
Yeah.
like that. And that's why it comes down to that officer or officers. Look, I know that there are a lot of what is it? The bad apple kills it for the good apple, but I know that there are a lot of good officers out there. I know some good officers, but I've seen a lot of bad officers, and it has to be something. I don't think that we can rely on just saying, "Hey, we're going to, we're gonna." I hate when I hear for them to say, "Hey, we're gonna put our officers back through a whole new training." What does that mean? What does that mean? Like we're gonna go to
You can't.
a 2 hour.
You can't train common sense. You can't train human compassion.
Right, right,
You
right.
you can't train that.
But I pray that that little girl gets through it.
Yeah.
You know, for real, for real. I hope that there are some people in her path that will be able to lead her and continue to lead her on the right course. And any kid of her age that saw that video, I hope that doesn't just mess with them because we've all been there. We've all seen it. We've all had friends that have gone maybe down a different path. But then when we look back at the path that they chose, it's like, man, I mean, damn, did they have a choice for real?
Right.
For real. Like, everybody has a choice. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like, man, if something like that keeps on happening, it's like, yo, that person is just going to. It's like, for instance, whenever you're in a store, and if you grew up in a certain community, if a loud pop goes off, the first thing we're going to think about is, a gunshot, rather than just somebody slammed the door hard. It's because
Then
what we're.
how you grew up.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
yeah, I was mad. I was mad.
Of course.
And I said, just pray for her, for sure. And all our fallen soldiers and sisters and queens, and pray for all of us.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
Now, you were also telling me a story about officer you said in Baltimore. Was it Baltimore you were telling me about an officer who killed himself?
Oh no. Okay. So Lafayette.
Lafayette, yeah.
Yeah, Lafayette, Louisiana, which is about 40 minutes from Baton Rouge. I forgot the gentleman's name, but I saw it. I was just scrolling on WorldStar. Up late night, got in late, just whatever, just scrolling.
We all been there.
Take me off the ground right quick. But I mean, you kind of getting the same thing, but worse. But anyway, I'm on WorldStar, and it was just at the very top, and it says officer killed himself. So anything I see in Louisiana, I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on down there? So he was saying, when we say things like Black Lives Matter, that's kind of forcing them to say Blue Lives Matter, Green Lives, or any other ethnicity to say their lives matter, because it does kind of say only our lives matter. But he said something very important within that message. He was like, only life matters. And I definitely agree with that. Because like I say, during the break, we all are living a certain life. And we're living our life. We're all on a certain path. And if we choose then to incorporate our lives with somebody else's life, that's our prerogative. But long story short, it's just only life matters, because you're here today. Sometimes you could be gone tomorrow, and anything that you was fighting for doesn't even matter no more. Not matter. Not saying it like that, but if you are.
No, yeah, I got you. I get you. Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? For sure, it definitely matters. But it's just a look. You could fight for something so hard, and then the overall goal could be overlooked because of how something was presented and rolled out. And then whenever we're dealing with nowadays, where there's most times hidden agendas within media, it can get spiraled in many different ways, if that makes sense. Because something can start so pure and good, but then by the time it gets to the fourth, fifth person, it's already now, like I say, we've thrown in our 2, 3, 4 cents to it. But yeah, to me, I definitely agree with that. Only life matters. I think it does draw a form of aggression towards different cultures.
The opposite, yeah.
When we're saying just screaming Black Lives Matter or Blue Lives Matter or these matter. But look, I'm a ride. Like I say, y'all, I'm a ride. I'm not against the wave. But what he said hit me in that moment. And yeah, I've been riding with that. Only life matters.
That hit me.
And it's really unfortunate though, man, because it took him doing that, and then he's going to take his life right afterwards, and it's mind blowing. But sometimes, like I say, you can leave a really good message and that can resonate. Like how Pac say, what I do might not change, but it will spark the interest of the next individual, next king to rise up for me. So I say that one moment definitely did change, and I'm still gonna wear my Black Lives Matter shirt, but because there's a time and place for it,
Right.
but I think though we all need to ponder on that, and only life matters. Only life matters, and every day we wake up 10 toes down, and we need to try to win the day, because the day isn't designed for us to win. I feel most times we're gonna
Not
step
at all.
outside, and I step outside all the time, y'all, and I got tickets on my car, like because
Right.
I get in super late. I'm not about to drive an hour around looking for
Parking
parking.
spaces.
You get me? And now mentally, I could let that get to me. Sometimes, I had to grow past it.
Mhm.
But nowadays, I know how to process that. And I'm not going to let that ruin my day, because at the end of the day, there's still a lot more greater things that can be accomplished. It's just
Right.
now I have to work harder, because I'm starting off on the -1. But hey, by the time 12 o'clock get here, I'm at +3.
Mm.
You feel me? I'm at +3.
I like that.
Definitely. Day one of days one is another model that I kind of run with. Day one of days one. So that means tomorrow is going to be day one of days one.
Right.
Thursday, day one of days one. And new week, new mission, same goal. The
Getting
goal
out
is
there and getting it.
getting out there and getting it. So yeah, only life matters, people. Only life matters. You feel me?
Definitely, definitely. I wanna ask, cause we were talking about it again once we were talking about it during the break, but you said I can't remember exactly what you said, but basically it was about supporting uh each other, supporting our black businesses, but not even just supporting black businesses, but just supporting each other, period.
Correct.
I feel like we as the black community, we need to have more support for each other, like I said, period. Now, again, not just within, going to shopping at black businesses. Yes, that's what we need to do. I'm preaching for that. But I mean, just like, praising your brother or sister, like, hey, I see you, like,
It's so crazy that you say that. I was driving down here, and I was reviewing, but I was also talking to myself, make sure I'm articulating right. Just hey, getting my
you
mental
doing
right,
good.
getting my mental right. But and I also love all the artwork, like
Thank
Nipsey
you.
for sure. What he was doing, rest in peace to Nip. What he was doing, that was inspiring. That was waking us up, aspiring the aspiring.
Yes.
Damn, I forgot what I was about to say though. Okay. On my way. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say.
We was talking about just supporting each other, having our brothers and sisters black backs.
So when I walk in a room, and if I see that, I'm surrounded by other groups,
Right.
but I see a couple, we always gonna point us out. We always gonna say, okay, I see
All the
homie over, I see
time.
Cuz over there,
All
I see
the
homie over
time.
there, I see Queen over. Okay, I'm gonna make my way around to acknowledge, whether it's a handshake or in 2021 a good pound fisted up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna acknowledge you, King. I'm gonna acknowledge you, Queen. If anything pops off in here, I got you. We need to definitely do that though. And a lot of times, I think we was also saying on the break, like we
don't want to see each other win.
yeah, we're very braggadocious. We're very just.
This is true.
We want to beat on our chest. We want to be done. Oh, we want the recognition. We want to do it first.
Somebody
we want
gonna
to be
see me.
known. We want to be the one known to have done it first.
Yes.
And I get it. I get it. There's a lot of history to be made, people. Definitely. But Lil Baby said the best. The people called me the GOAT. You feel me? We're going to let the people speak for it, The only thing that we need to do is stop worrying about the praising and just keep putting out one foot in front of the other. I don't think Nipsey Hussle was looking forward to all the praise and stuff
No, he wasn't.
that he was getting. I think that he was more or less trying to continue to plant the seeds, and us as a community was going to lift him to the pedestal at which where he needs to be, But anybody's anybody that's out there that's taking the proper steps to evolve us as a culture in this in this nation that wasn't really designed for us to blossom at all. We rose from the cement for real.
Right.
And now that we have a couple of little rose petals on here, we need to make sure now that we keep our just need to make sure that we keep us fed by any means necessary. I would say make sure
And
we
we keep
change
each
our
other
dirt,
fed.
but we came out the cement, so it ain't much dirt to change. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
definitely. We like to brag and boast, like to be on our chest. We need to make sure that if I accomplish something, I need to figure out how can I pass what I've accomplished on to someone else, so that way we may come from two different worlds, but hell, if I made it this far, hell, if I pass this on to you, hopefully you're gonna take that back to your community. I'm gonna take it back to my community. You take it back to your community. Now, let's say 6 months down the line, now, because we have to be patient. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. But let's say 6 months down the line, two people that or three people that we touched meet up some type of way in the matrix of things. Because they were doing the right steps, and it wasn't all about showboating. It was just about, hey, just taking the steps. That's power.
Right.
That's power, and I believe in the matrix. I believe, if you speak it into existence,
it's power in the tongue.
Believe that. So, yeah, come on, people, for sure.
Right. Speaking on Nip, how you said, he wasn't looking for the praise. He was out here just trying to make it happen for us, get the change for us. Do you feel like more black men and hip hop? Do you feel like they need to be using their platform to be doing that like he is? I don't feel like there's many who are on the same wave as he was, but yeah. So what do you think? How do you feel about that? With like I said, with them using their platform, with them being entertainers, they're sending out messages, embedding messages in children's head, So yeah.
I think people receive fame with different intentions, even from how they started. You get what I'm saying? Some people have a certain goal. Some people want to get money because they want to reinvest. Some people just want to bang women. Some people just want to it's all about, I think, should they be forced to use their platforms? No, I don't think that they should be forced to use their platforms. But I think, though, we should count on the ones and lean a little bit harder and control what is being played for the greater good of the community.
In my point,
if that makes sense. You
know
what I'm saying?
It definitely does.
Like, let's stop. Good music is going to be good music. Music is based off feelings. So, I'm never going to say turn your nose to a song that makes you feel good, even if you don't know the words. It could be just the beat. You get me? But, the people that are having messages and certain messages, we need to ride and push them a little bit further into the limelight, the mainstream, so that way we can continue to influence my younger generations that are coming up. You feel me? Because there's a show on Netflix, and it talks about like how the depression rate is. I think it's called like social. So I'll figure it out, but pretty much it talks about how our this generation nowadays is the number one depression's at all time high.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but yes,
it's a really good show. It shows how like social media, like these people are like. The creators of these apps and Twitters and Instagrams, kind of like it started from a pure place, but it took over the world, and how we look for likes and how we look for certain things and how what is being put out there on the radio waves or mainstream waves are also influencing what they're doing as well. So I say all that to say, if we can push a lot more people that make songs like Kick It out there into the matrix in the forefront, so we can have more dialogue and better conversations, definitely just be able to push us out there a little bit further. Not to take away anybody that is getting it. I'm not gonna be. Y'all ain't gonna throw that hate attack on me.
You ain't knocking the hustle.
You feel me? But yeah, definitely. We need to be able to people that are willing to use their platforms.
Right. Yes. Exactly. So again, like they don't feel like they need to be forced, but willing.
If they're willing to use your platform,
that's what we need.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Look, we can't go off of how we was 2 years, even 2 years ago. We've gone through a pandemic. We've gone through life-changing scenarios that we all, for the first time in a long time, have had to go through together. Things like Katrina, it affected the nation, but that affected us.
More so than it did.
You get what I'm saying? World Trade Center, that affected the nation, but it for sure affected New York.
Yeah.
The pandemic affected the nation, it affected the nation. You feel me? So,
I feel you.
so it's like this is the first time that we've ever gone through this really together. And of all times, right now, we need to